following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Game time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back, Young Field at the Essential Health Baseball Park here in West Fargo, North Dakota. It's the second elimination game, this one featuring the visitors, the Fargo Post-500 Stars, battling against the home team on the scoreboard, the Bismarck Governors. Bismarck Governors starting lineup being introduced as we come on the air there. They're in the red, the Post-500 Stars are in the blue along the first base line. Thank you so much for joining us. Mike Mason alongside Chris Moten here on the Magnitude Sports Network, getting ready for this game. And one of these two teams will see their season come to a conclusion today, and the other one will survive to play another day, as this is the final first round elimination bracket of the 2022 State AA Legion Baseball Tournament. As they go over the cold, we'll take a timeout, and when we return, we'll be back with more after this.
Here, when our path takes an unexpected turn, we keep moving forward. When life sends us a message, we listen. When you're determined to beat the odds, we help you plan for what's next. This is commitment, resourcefulness, determination. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. All right, welcome back to Young Field here in West Fargo for our second state tournament game of day 2 of the state tournament here at Young Field in West Fargo in the Essential Health Baseball Complex. There you see warming up on the mound is Gavin Lill for the Bismarck Governors. They'll be in those red jerseys with the blue numbers with a white background down the middle and white numbers outlined in a blue trim with white and blue trim on the lower ends of the sleeves. Well, the Fargo Post 400 Stars will be in their primary blues with white numbers and white pants and blue batting helmets. Gavin Lill on the mound, Marcus Bunce behind the plate catching, and Carter Kruger at first, Ryan Kite at second, Tommy Krolik at short, Luke Vasey at third, and then in the outfield, Carson Machenbacher in center, Mike Fagerlin in left, and Isaac Pigors in right field is how Bismarck will line up defensively here as we start the first inning of play. Oliver Luck is the batter, and he takes that first pitch on the outside edge for a strike, and it's 0-1 here to Oliver Luck. We'll see Matt Bryant and Easton Merrick this inning as well here in the top of the first, which is brought to you by the Network Center in Fargo. And that's a hard hit ball over towards Ryan Kite. He'll pick it up and fire it over to first base there to Kruger for the 4-3 ground out. And that's 1 up, 1 down here for the Post 400 Stars. Matt Bryant will step up to the plate now here for the Stars.
Matt Bryant. I think that's because you got in 2 hole, you had 4 levels in a row. Because the last night, I think that's what it is.
1 ball, no strike here to Matt Bryant. Once again, Easton Merrick moves into the on-deck circle. Now one comes into the backstop for a ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Matt Bryant.
Really? Oh, yeah. And I'm going to...
Well, thank you for tuning in. Post 400 Stars. I'm assuming, I'm just assuming that everybody was half and half, but Stars had the most watched game of day 1 of the tournament. That one's scooped up by Krolik, and he'll fire it over to first for the 6-3 out to Kruger. And that's 2 up, 2 down here for the Stars. So 2 up, 2 put down. The Stars have always played best with 2 outs on the board. I have no idea why that is, but they have. We'll see if that pattern continues here with 2 outs now as Easton Merrick steps up to the plate here for the Post 400 Stars. In last night's game with West Fargo, you heard Dale say that Post 400 is a battle club, I think is the word he used. That they like to battle, and they could be down by 3, 5, 10, 20 runs, and they would battle and come back and make it an interesting game. And they certainly did that last night against West Fargo. Easton Merrick, in a game about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, they would find themselves down 13-1 to Moorhead. Easton Merrick would hit a solo home run and a grand slam in that game to cut the lead down to 13-12. Moorhead would go on to win that game 20-17. There's a throw out at first. It's a 1-2-3 inning here for the Governors on the Stars. Luke Vasey, Tommy Krolik, and Isaac Pigors will be your first 3 batters. On the mound, when we come back, we'll get a look at Jake Jereshevsky when we return. 0-0 here on the Magnitude Sports Network on the Essential Health Scoreboard. Back in a moment.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again, Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
All right, there's a look at Jake Jereshevsky on the mound here for the Post 400 Stars in a 0-0 game, and the Governors bring the bats of Vasey, Krolik, and Pigors up to the plate first here in the home half of the first. Once again, Bismarck on the home side of the scoreboard, and Fargo Post 400 on the visitor side of the scoreboard. 3 minutes to take care of 3 batters in the top of the first. The Stars went 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. We're glad that you're joining us today. Broadcast coverage brought to you by our friends at Essentia Health Network Center in Fargo. Mortgage lender Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, a proud supporter for the past 3 years on our Post 400 Stars broadcast. We certainly appreciate his support. Bowden Joint Center in Bismarck, along with Dickinson, Williston, and 11 other North Dakota locations. Rhymes, Buffalo Wild Wings, Sweet Shots in Fargo, Doodle's Woodfire Grill, Nick Walker in Hickson, Touchmark, Post 400 Baseball, West Fargo Baseball, Uber Eats, and Game Time, making state tournament coverage possible, and a majority of those that you just heard making Post 400 Baseball coverage possible over the course of this season here. We certainly appreciate everybody's support. That pitch will come in for a strike, and the first pitch from Jaroszewski is in for an 0-1 count on Lucas Vasey, the batter here for the Bismarck Governors. Mike Mason alongside Chris Hubben on the camera here. And the windup in the 0-1 from Jaroszewski is in for a ball, 1-1. Around the bases here for the Post 400 Stars, Hayden Crescent behind the plate. Got Jackson Byswinger at first, Matt Bryant at second, Easton Wright the shortstop, Eli Mock at third. That one is popped up. Crescent pulls off his mask and watch it goes out of play. Now drop for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Continuing on defensively here for the Stars, heading out into the outfield, Oliver Luck in center, who made a beautiful diving catch in the game yesterday against West Fargo. Nick Hasbarg in the right, Caden Graff is set up in left field, and that's how the Stars set up defensively here in this contest. 1-2 to Vasey. Here's the windup and the delivery of that pitch. Swing and a miss, and Jaroszewski will get the first Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and it's 4 batters up and 4 batters down here in this game so far, as Tommy Crumlett will step up to the plate now here for the Governors.
Shortstop number 3, Tommy Crumlett.
Sad thing about that whole thing is
7 minutes into the ball game now. Jaroszewski will toss pitch number 5 here to Crowley.
It's a weird
To the pitch. Crowley will see that one come in a little bit low for a ball, 1-0. 2 more games coming up after this one today. As we move our coverage over to the winner's bracket, we'll have Fargo Post 2 in Mandan coming up at 4:30 approximately, and then at 7:30 tonight it'll be the West Fargo Patriots and the Jamestown Eagles. Bismarck falling to Jamestown yesterday by the score of 8-3. Fargo Post 400 falling 3-2 to West Fargo yesterday in an incredible game between the Patriots and Stars. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Kralik. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back Buffalo Wild Wings strikeouts for Jake Jaroszewski on back-to-back batters, and it's 5 up, 5 down here, and we'll see if Pegors can get on base. Pegors has been one of the power hitters for Bismarck over the last couple of years that we've seen him here on Magnitude Sports. Matter of fact, he probably has the biggest spray chart of all opponents outside of Post 400 in West Fargo. I can't even count him up, but he's had at least 20 at-bats here on Magnitude Sports. And that includes a couple of home runs on those multiple at-bats. He'll foul this one off for a strike. That one's a little bit high for a ball. He's 7 for 19 on Magnitude. That one's popped up. So not quite 20 at-bats. This would be his 20th at-bat right here on Magnitude Sports. He's had 19 trips to the plate prior to this one on Magnitude. And he's gotten hits on 7 of those 19 occasions. And now he's going to send this one flared out to center field. Oliver Luck's not able to catch up to it, and it bounces off the orange beam on top of the fence and stays in play. Either way, it's a double for Isaac Pegors. And we were just talking about how he's had he's one of the power hitters for the Governors, and he proved my point right there. Noah Riedinger will step up to the plate now. Here for the Governors.
Now batting for the Governors, the designated hitter number 19, Noah Riedinger.
Left center, right, and right center. He has one single hit to center field when playing on Magnitude Sports, according to his spray chart here. Here's the pitch, and it's up high for a ball, 1-0 to Reedinger. Once again, Isaac Pigor's on second base here for the Governors. As we reach the 10-minute mark of the ball game. Jaroszewski will look over at Pigor's, wind and deliver the 1-0, and that one almost tripped up near Reedinger. Now it's 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 0 they count. It's back at Pigor's on 2 occasions. Winds, delivers the 2-0, and did he check his swing? I don't think it mattered. It was a strike either way, and it's 2-1. Carter Kruger is the batter on deck here for the Bismarck Governors with 2 away if Reedinger can reach base. Jaroszewski will look back at second, wind, and deliver the 2-1, and that one's fouled back, and now we're even at 2-2. Ball, strike fouled away.
Pigor's on second.
Fagerlund quick to come and retrieve that fouled away pitch. He would be right behind Kruger if we can get that far in the lineup with 2 away. That one nearly hits Reedinger, and now we're full at 3-2. This half of the inning brought to you by the Bone and Joint Center. Visit them online at bone-joint.com. There's a hit out into center field. That one's going to drop for a hit. Oliver Luck will come in on 2 bounces. Rounding third is Pigor's, and he will score, and Bismarck strikes first. It's an RBI single to center field for Reedinger that scores Pigor's from second.
First baseman for the Governors, number 10, Carter Kruger.
And now Carter Kruger will step up to the plate here for Bismarck. So they'll look to add to that 1-0 lead with 2 away here. All the runs in this game scored with 2 outs so far. That pitch comes outside with a ball. And that's an easy stat to memorize since only 1 run's been scored so far. 1 ball, no strike now here to Kruger. Pitch. And just a little high, and it's ball 2. Bismarck, the only team to defeat Fargo Post 400 in the state tournament last year, with the exception of the state championship game, but through the double elimination process on the single elimination side, Bismarck was the only team to defeat Fargo Post 400 in last year's state tournament. 3 balls, no strikes, and now he'll walk Kruger. Walks him on 4 pitches. That brings up the shortstop, Mike Fagerlund.
Now batting for Bismarck will be the third baseman, number 17, Michael Fagerlund.
Correction, third baseman. He normally plays shortstop, but today he's playing third base.
Yep.
So 2 runners on, Reedinger on second, Kruger on first here for the Governors. They lead 1-0 on the Essentia Health scoreboard. Here's the windup from Jaroszewski. He delivers high and in for a ball, 1-0. Carson Machenbacher, batter 7 in the lineup. He's on deck. And now here comes Coach Fichtner already on a 1-0 count here to Fagerlund to have a discussion with his team on the mound. So we'll turn down the field mics so we don't get any of that cool music on our broadcast, and we'll continue to chit-chat, and you'll have to put up with my voice because Chris's microphone isn't plugged in by his own choice. He just gave me a look. 1-0 the count. Once again, coming up next here will be Fargo Post 2 and Mandan at approximately 4:30. Riley Swenson will be in on the play-by-play for that game, and then I'll be back for the nightcap tonight between West Fargo and Jamestown. That should be a fun one. All 3 of these should be fun ones here. We'll see how Fargo Post 400 responds here after Bismarck has scored 1, and looking to and as far as Bismarck is concerned, looking to hopefully score more than 1. And yep, they're going to call a balk. Yep. So the runners will advance.
How do you think they got us holding on that?
I don't have 1 wide with you.
They moved to second and third on the block from Jaroszewski.
It was not.
Since Beiswinger was not on the bag looking for that pickoff attempt, Jaroszewski tossed it to him, and since his motion was towards home originally, that would result in the block. And now a strike is called. 2-1 the count now here to Fagerlund. He has 2 runners on scoring position. Fagerlund can find himself a base hit. It could be a big hit for Bismarck. He'll foul this one off. It's 2-2. It was almost reminiscent to a balk that was called on a couple of random teams I saw on Twitter the other day. There'll be a drop third strike, and the run will come in and score. And it's 2-0 in favor of Bismarck. As Kruger moves over to third, it goes into the books as a strikeout for Jaroszewski.
It's 3 strikeouts. All of them are strikeouts. He got 4 strikeouts.
And Riedinger scores. Kruger up to third. That puts runners on first and third with 2 outs. And here's Carson Machenbacher. Machenbacher will pop this one up foul for a strike in its own 1. The 0-1 pitch. That one comes a little bit too far inside for Machenbacher. It's 1-1 to count. Fargo Post 400 has only defeated Bismarck once in program history, and that came last season in Game 2 of a doubleheader at Starry Bank Field in Fargo. Fagerlund will steal second. In that game, the Post 400 Stars hit a 3-run homer and a grand slam all in the first inning of play against Bismarck, and that helped lead to that victory, and that's the only victory in program history that the Stars have over Bismarck as of now. We'll see if they can snag another one here tonight or not. Or I should say this afternoon, because I'm used to these two teams playing at night, but not today. 3-1. I don't think anybody expected these two teams to match up here in the 1:30 game today. That'll be a ball, and that'll load the bases for Ryan Kite, second baseman, wearing number 2. And now Coach Fichtner's coming out to the mound. I have a feeling that Jaroszewski might be done. We'll have to see here what Coach Fichtner decides as he walks up to the mound, and he reaches out his hand, and Jaroszewski's done. 32 pitches, 17 balls, 15 strikes. Jaroszewski will be responsible for all 3 runners on base should they come around and score before we can officially close the book on Jaroszewski. And now the new pitcher coming in will have to face Ryan Kite, and looks like it's Kobe Hansen. And it is indeed Kobe Hansen who will come in and pitch here for the Post 400 Stars. Oh, no, I take that back. Kobe Hansen's going to come in and play at second base, and now Matt Bryant's moving over to shortstop. So it looks like Easton Rarick will come onto the plate, come onto the pitcher's mound, actually. So Easton Rarick will come onto the mound. Kobe Hansen will come in to play second base, and the second baseman will move over to shortstop.
And Kobe will be at
Second. Yep.
And that shortstop will be Matt Bryant. So defensive changes once again. Easton Rarick to pitch, Kobe Hansen to second, Matt Bryant to short, and everybody else remains in the same spot for the Post 400 Stars as Easton Rarick, will get some warm-up tosses here. And we'll turn down our field mics as Kid Rock All Summer Long is the song that we're not going to let you hear because we're that mean. No, I'm just kidding. Once again, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Broadcast coverage brought to you by Essentia Health Network Center, Fargo, mortgage lender Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union, the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck, Dickinson, Williston, and 11 other North Dakota locations. Runnings, Buffalo Wild Wings, Sweet Shots in Fargo, Douglas Wood Fire Grill, Knickerbocker and Hickson, Touchmark, Post 400 Baseball, West Fargo Baseball, Hoover Eats, Game Time, making state tournament coverage possible here for every single game of the tournament. And we have 5 down and a bunch more to go. We have more than 5 to go, let's put it that way. And so far, so good. We've had some entertaining games in those first 5 games. And I hope that this one provides a little bit of entertainment for you as well. Ryan Kite, the batter. Easton Rarick's first batter faced. That pitch is a little bit low. And a nice job by Crescent to quickly lateral to his right to keep Carter Kruger on third. It's ball 1 to Ryan Kite. Faces on the bases for the Bismarck Governors include Carson Machenbacher on first, Mike Bogelin on second, Carter Kruger on third. The batter is Ryan Kite. 1 ball, no strike as Rarick will get the signal. He'll set, wind up, and deliver the 1-0, and that pitch is in high for ball 2. 2 pitches, 2 balls for Rarick. As he tries to get his team out of the bases loaded jam, Jaroszewski once again is responsible for all 3 runners on base should they come around and score. There's a strike from Easton Rarick, and it's 2-1. Here's the windup and the 2-1 delivery from number 2, and that's in for a low strike. And now number 2 has a 2-2 count with 2 outs. 20 minutes into the game, a lot of 2s on the board there, and a 2-0 deficit in favor of the Bismarck Governors on the Essentia Health scoreboard. That one will bounce into the glove of Hayden Crescent. We have a full count here to Ryan Kite. And if Eric is not careful, he'll walk in run number 3 here for the Governors. 2 runs on 2 hits so far. And Rarick, the runners go on 2 outs. And that one's hit to the gap in left field. That one's going to land, and it's going to roll all the way to the Green Monster. Kruger scores. Bogelin scores. And coming in from first is Machenbacher. It's a 3-run double for Ryan Kite, and the Bismarck Governors have taken a 5-0 lead. If only they had a shortstop in the outfield. That one may have not resulted in 3 runs, but that shortstop was playing a little too far in to help out with that one. And now Marcus Butts, the catcher, will step up to the plate here for the Governors. So now we can close the book on Jaroszewski. Allows 5 runs on 2 hits. Ryan Kite is the responsibility of Easton Rarick. As Rarick will look back at Kite, wind and deliver. And the pitch is high and in for a ball, 1-0. 21 minutes into the ball game. Rarick now 4 balls and 3 strikes on 7 pitches so far here for Rarick. And the pitch is in for a strike. Rarick attacked the strike zone. Marcus Butts would take the strike, and now the count is even at 1-1. Pitch number 9 for Rarick coming up as he takes a glance at Kite on second, and that one's hit up to center field. Oliver Luck backtracking just a little bit, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. They'll strand 1 runner on base, but they get 5 across here in the bottom of the first to take a commanding 5-0 lead here in the home half of 1. 5-0 on the Essentia House scoreboard, and the Stars will bring up Hayden Crescent, Jackson Beiswinger, and Eli Mott. They went 1-2-3 in the first inning. They'll bring up 4-5-6 in the second inning and return after this.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again, Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford Truck Giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
5-0 in favor of the Bismarck Governors here after one inning of play. 5 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 1 on base. In the bottom half of the first. And the top of the second is brought to you by the Network Center in Fargo.
4, 5, and 6 hitters in the run. Leading out will be the catcher, number 20, Hayden Preston.
Hayden Crescent starts this game the way he ended last game on a swing and a miss, and he will look to help his team out here by possibly not striking out as he fouls that one away for strike number 2. He went 0 for 3 yesterday in the game against West Fargo. He had 2 teammates on first and second. The tying run was on second, and he would take a swing and a miss, and the game would come to an end, and the Stars would fall 3-2. Now they find themselves down 5-0, and that will come across as a ball. Maybe a lucky break there for Crescent, as it kind of looked like he went a little bit far on the swing, but 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And actually, he didn't miss it. He made contact. There'll be a fouled away pitch instead. 1-2. 25 minutes into the game. Gavin Lill, 10 pitches, 2 balls, 8 strikes. Here's pitch 11. On the 1-2 delivery. And that one's in for a strikeout. He goes down looking this time. And he's 0 for 4 in his last 4 trips to the plate. And that'll bring up Jackson Byswinger.
With 1 down, brings up the first baseman runner, number 13, Jackson Byswinger.
He'll face pitch number 12, 1 shy of his jersey number here from Lill. The pitch is in for a strike. Gavin Lill, after getting a little shell shot by, Bismarck Governors, after getting a little shell shot by Jamestown yesterday, come out in this game, and they take care of business early, and we'll see if they can continue to keep care of business, as there's a long 6-3 throwout. And that is 2 away now, brings up Eli Monk.
2 down, brings up the third baseman, Eli Monk.
Once again, I'll say thanks to the Network Center in Fargo for supporting the broadcast of the Fargo Post 2, Fargo Post 400, and West Fargo Patriots in the state tournament this year. So we appreciate their support. 1-0 the count here, and the pitch in for a strike. 1-1 to Eli Monk. And I want to thank the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck for supporting their local teams in the state tournament as well. 1-1. That one fouled back, and he lost his bat. That's the second time this year that a player on magnitude has lost their bat. One of them was fouled out, and the ball stayed in play, but the bat was fouled over the third base dugout into the crowd. That was in a West Fargo game at the Gopher Classic tournament in pool play. And that's a hard hit ball on 2 hops. Kruger picks it up. He steps on the bag, and that's out number 3. That'll take care of the Stars here in the top half of the second. It's a direct ground out the third. Lucas Vasey, Tommy Krolick, Isaac Pigors. It's the top of the order, 1, 2, and 3. Easton Rarick with pitch number 10. When we return after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate-controlled hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full-swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit SweetShots.com for much more.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. And we're gonna turn off our chat on YouTube here. We're getting some scam stuff on there. So if you wanna scam us, you're gonna have to pay us $9.99 a month to do it. So. Lucas Vasey is the batter. He struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. Now time is called by the umpire for a reason unknown. Let's hit over to the shortstop, Bryant. He'll fire it over to Byswinger for the 6-3 ground out.
The shortstop number 3, Tommy Paul.
Kralik fires one, diving for it. He deflects it down, Bryant does. And Oliver Luck will catch up to it. Kralik's on with a single. I'll bring up Isaac Pegors. He had a strong hit to deep center last time he was at the plate. Runner on is Kralik on first for Pegors and a 5-0 lead, and that's the 4th hit of the ball game now here for Bismarck. As that pitch will float to the outside, it's 1-0 to Pegors. On deck is Noah Reedinger. Once again, this half of the inning brought to you by the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck, Williston, and Dickinson, along with other locations across North Dakota. You can go to their website at bone-joint.com. Click on the locations button to find the one nearest you and learn more about the company as well. Here's the 2-0. That pitch is in for a strike, 2-1. Barrick will look over his left shoulder, Kralik on first. And he'll deliver the pitch, and it's in a little bit low, and it's ball 3 now. 3 balls and a strike to Isaac Pegors. $5-0 ball game here. So they scored all 5 of the runs in the bottom of the first. Barrick will wind up and deliver, and that one's in for a strike, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner goes. Swung on, fouled away. Runner will have to make the 88-foot trek back to first base. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat here between Rarick and Pegors. Drew Rarick pitched yesterday. Now Easton Rarick is on the mound here for the Stars. It's a full count to Pegors. And he'll walk him. Drew Rarick went the full 100, well, not quite the full 105. They pulled him at 104 yesterday in the game against West Fargo. Right now, Easton Rarick is at 18, according to my numbers.
No batting for the Governors. The designated hitter, number 19, Nolan Reedinger.
No Reedinger. Will step up to the plate here. He's 1 for 1 with a single into center field. And Rarick will deliver. Low for a ball, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. That one's fouled off, and it's 1-1. And Reedinger will load the bases on a hit by a pitch. That'll move Kralik to third, Pegors up to second, Reedinger to first, and Carter Kruger, who drew a walk last time he was at the plate, will step up to the plate now here for the Governors. The face pitch 22 from Easton Rarick. 10 balls and 11 strikes on 21 pitches for Easton Rarick. Once again, the runner's on, Reedinger first, Pegors second, Kralik on third. As Rarick will set. Nod yes to the signal. Wind and deliver. And that one just missed a little high or a little inside or a little both. Either way, it's a ball. And now we have another visit, this time by Coach Bryant to the mound as Coach Bryant will go up and just have a quick chat with his team here as they try and dig themselves out of a bases loaded 1-out situation here. And it's 1 ball, no strike to Carter Kruger. Mike Fagerlund is on deck. Carson Machenbacher would follow with 1 away if we can get that far in the lineup for Bismarck here. We're 37 minutes into the ball game. Broadcast coverage brought to you by Post 400 Baseball, as well as Doolittle's Woodfire Grill and Sweet Shots in Fargo. Touchmark, Buffalo Wild Wings, Runnings, mortgage lender Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, and the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck, Dickinson, Williston, and 11 other North Dakota locations. You can find all the locations and find the one nearest you at their website at www.bone-joint.com. 1 ball and no strikes to Kruger after the conference on the mound comes to a conclusion, and that one's going to be popped up and fouled away for a strike. And it's 1-1. Ouch, that was really loud drop onto the roof of our broadcast station here. For a moment, I thought that was going to come all the way through. I think everybody here thought that. I'm pretty sure it landed right above my head. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, Chris is saying it landed right above his head. There's a strike. 1 ball or 2 balls and 2 strikes, excuse me. 12 balls, 13 strikes on 25 pitches for Rarick now. Rarick will wind up and deliver the 2-2. Got it in there a little bit low, and it's ball 3. Another full count here. This time to Carter Kruger. Once again, Mike Fagerlund is on deck. The second baseman for the Bismarck Governors. Bismarck Governors getting out to a quick start. They lead 5-0, scoring all 5 in the first inning. And now it's 6-0. As it's a bases loaded walk that will score Tommy Kralik from third. It'll advance Isaac Pegors up to third and Reedinger up to second. And now Coach Fichtner's coming out to the mound, and Eric's at 27 pitches. We'll see if his hand is pushed out, or if his hands will stay at his side. And his hands will stay at the side for now. And now he does take the ball from Eric and he hands it off to maybe Kobe Hansen? Yes, I guessed correctly. Kobe Hansen will take over on the mound. And I think Easton Rarick will I think it's just a straight flip-flop. Easton Rarick the second, Kobe Hansen on the mound. So, Kobe Hansen will get some warm-up pitches now. And the first batter that he'll face is Mike Fagerlund. Last time that Post 400 made a pitching change, they made it with the bases loaded as well. So now, Easton Rarick will be responsible for all three runners on base should they come across and score. Before we close the book on him. The first pitcher, Jake Jaroszewski, excuse me, gave up 5 runs on 3 hits. Easton Rarick has given up 1 run on 1 hit so far. And he has 3 more runners on base that he's responsible for should they come through and score. As Kobe Hansen continues to warm up here for the Post 400 Stars. Still early in the ball game, but it's again a big thanks to everybody at the Post 400 family, including all the sponsors and the supporters for the Stars, Astros, and Comets this season. And if the Stars can make a comeback in this game, we'll have another game for you here on Magnitude Sports featuring the Stars. 6-0 now on the Essential Health scoreboard in favor of Bismarck, and that pitch is in for a strike on 1.
And that one is hit towards left and foul off the third base line for no balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, confidence, get up. Here you go, Mikey. I bought mine about 10 years ago. The lifetime one was $250. Okay. And like last winter, I'm sure
And he's out at home. So that's out number 2 as Pigors gets tagged out at home. Fagerlund will reach on the fielder's choice.
come on. Know what you got to do, kiddo.
And now Carson Machenbacher will step up to the plate as the bases remain loaded. Machenbacher blasts that one foul off the first base side into right field for strike 1. And the pitch. That one hit hard towards Easton Rarick to second. And he stepped on the bag for the out, and that will do it. They'll strand, let's see here. They'll strand 2 on base. And that will do it for the second inning of play. 6-4 on the force out at second. It's 6-0 in favor of the Governors here on the Essential Health scoreboard. We're back with batters 7, 8, 9 for the Stars right after this. The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive. All right, Kobe Hansen will step up to the plate here for the Stars in the number 7 spot. Takes over for Jake Jaroszewski. Kobe Hansen, Caden Graff, Nick Hasbargen are the scheduled batters here at 7, 8, and 9 for the Stars. Kobe Hansen will pop that one out, right center field. Pigor's giving chase. He'll be called off there by Machenbacher, and Machenbacher will make the catch for out number 1. This half of the inning brought to you by the Network Center in Fargo. Here's the pitch. It comes in for a strike. Gavin Lill still on the mound. I have him down for 22 pitches as of right now. Only 3 of them have been balls. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. The 0-2 delivery. That one hit as a base hit in the right field. Caden Graff on first. He will round first and he'll go back to first. He'll settle for a single. It's the first hit of the game for the Post 400 Stars, and now Nick Hasbargen will try and keep that trend going with hit number 2 coming up here. They'll try the pickoff attempt, but Graff is back in time. That pitch is high and in for a ball. And it's 1-0 to Nick Hasbargen. Oliver Luck is, I can't see, he's on deck, circles behind a pole. I believe he's on deck. Two and 0 to Hasbargen. I just got confirmation that it's jersey number 3 behind the pole, so that would indeed be Oliver Luck. And this one chopped over towards third. Vasey picks it up to second, over to first. Safe at first, but they get the lead runner Graff for out number 2. So Hasbargen will reach on a fielder's choice as Bismarck almost pulls off the 5-6-3 double play. But instead, it'll just be a 5-6 force out at third, or at second, excuse me. And Oliver Luck as we return to the top of the order now here for Fargo. And he'll foul the first one off to the left side of the batter's box for strike 1. And that one sneaks by Tommy Kralik into left field, and it's, I believe that would be a base hit. I don't think it's an error, but we'll see. Yes, they will charge it as a hit. So Oliver Luck will get a single, and that puts 2 runners on base now with 2 away. Matt Bryant now will step up to the plate. He's 0 for 1, grounded out on a 6-3 to Tommy Kralik, the shortstop, last time he was at the plate. Bryant will wait, and he'll swing, and this one over the head of Kralik. Hasbargen will stop at third, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And now Easton Rarick will have a chance to bring in a run or 2 for the Stars. Back-to-back-to-back singles for Fargo Post 400 has loaded the bases for Easton Rarick, who's 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop Tommy Kralik on the 6-3. That was back in the first inning. That was the 3rd out of that first inning. We'll see if he can avoid having the 3rd out of the 3rd inning here, as time is called. Hayden Crescent is on deck right now here for the Stars. And Easton Rarick looking for that pitch that he could possibly send deep And instead he'll ground it, and it will turn into a single out at second on Matt Bryant, and they will strand 2 on base. As Easton Rarick won't reach base on that ground out, so it'll be stranded 2 on base. 6-4 force out at second. Brings up Ryan Kite, Marcus Butts, and Lucas Vasey. 8-9-1. The Stars had an opportunity in the top of the third. They were not able to cash into it, and as a result, they still trail 6-0 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. Back in a moment.
It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
Welcome back. 6-0 in favor of Bismarck on the Essentia Health scoreboard. Ryan Kite will step up to the plate. Marcus Butts, Lucas Vasey will be the batters for the Governors here in the home half of the third inning. Home half of the third brought to you by the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck. Here's the windup and the pitch from Hansen. That's a little bit low for ball 1 to Ryan Kite, who was 1 for 1. Batter 8 in the lineup. He doubled the deep left last time he was at the plate. 1-0 pitch. That one hit right up the middle. A grounder into center field. Oliver Luck will scoop it up, and that's good for a single for Ryan Kipe. And he's now 2 for 2 as the Governors pick up their 5th or 6th hit. 5th hit of the game. Bring up the catcher, Marcus Butts.
The catcher, Marcus Butts.
Hansen delivers. And that one cranked foul, right side of the first base line for strike 1. Pickoff attempt at first there on Kipe is unsuccessful. In the 0-1. That one's fouled away as well, and it's 0-2. And no, it's not fouled away. It's actually caught by Jackson Beiswinger right as the ball was about to go over the fence. So instead of the fouled away pitch, he'll actually fly out into foul territory to the first baseman for out number 1. And that brings up Lucas Vasey now. 0 for 2, strikeout swinging a ground out. That'll be the last time that I just have a hunch that it went foul. Next time I'll lean forward and look over to that right field line and the ball goes that way. Pitch is a little low and out for a ball. Vasey 0 for 2, struck out swinging. He grounded out to third on his last at bat. 1 ball, no strike now here to Vasey. Pickoff attempt at first as they're trying to get Kipe off base. Unsuccessful on that attempt. Hansen 10 pitches, 8 strikes, 2 balls. Here in a 6-0 ball game as time is called by the home plate umpire. Vasey will step out and take a couple one-handed practice swings with his left hand. Now he'll step back into the box and put both hands on the bat, right at the handle. And he'll see this pitch. He'll pop it out over towards Matt Bryant. Step on second, over to first for the double play. It's a 6-3 double play for the Fargo Post 400 Stars. And that will do it here for the third inning of play. Hayden Crescent, Jackson Beiswinger, Eli Mock, they're the scheduled batters at 4, 5, and 6. Gavin Lill, pitch 32 after this on Magnitude. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Hayden Crescent steps up to the plate here. We have some new property of Magnitude Sports now, as this will be returned after we make some changes to its contents. Little inside joke in the press box here for those who may be just tuning in right now as I said that. 1 ball, no strike, or 1 ball, 1 strike as Crescent fouls that last pitch away, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Three balls and a strike here to Hayden Crescent. 0 for 1, struck out looking last time he was at the plate. Here's the 3-1 windup. Inside for a strike. Crescent thought it was a walk, and it's 3-2. And that one comes in for ball 4, and Crescent is on base for the first time in 5 plate appearances. Now 5 of those plate appearances happening in the state tournament here, and now Jackson Beiswinger steps up to the plate here for the Stars. Pickoff attempt on Crescent at first. And the pitch, now on hit up, fouled away, and good for a strike. And it's 0-1 to Beiswinger. Once again, Beiswinger's 0 for 1. He grounded out to third last time he was at the plate. So the umpire will award the honor to pitch to Lil. Lil will deliver. 0-1, that one's hit high and deep left field. Fogelin going back, and he makes the catch. Didn't quite get the sweet spot on that one. And he'll fly out to left, and he'll bring up Eli Mock. And that pitch will come in for a ball. 3 minutes shy of the 1 hour mark of the ball game now. Lil at 40 pitches, 10 balls and 30 strikes, according to my numbers. 6-0 in favor of Bismarck here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. 5 in the first, 1 in the second, none in the third. Now we're in the top of the 4th, and the Stars trying to battle back. Left the bases loaded in the top of the 3rd, and didn't cash in on an opportunity there. And that one will be a base hit out into center field. Crescent will move up to second, put on the brakes there. 2 runners on, and now the Stars showing signs of life here in the top of the 4th. 1 away, Colby Hansen steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He would fly out to right center field. Pigors, Machenbacher would give chase. Machenbacher would eventually make the catch on that fly out by Hansen. 2 runners on and a base hit could put the Stars on the board. 1 away. Pitch is a little high for a ball, and a good eye there by Colby Hansen, 1-0. 1-0 pitch as Lil looks back at second, delivers on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Nice pitch there by Lil. Pitch 44 coming up for Lil now. 1-1 as he looks back at second on 2 occasions. Delivers. That one's popped up. Going to right center. Pigors chases in. Backtracking is Ryan Kipe. He makes the catch. That's out number 2. Runners stay put on first and second. Brings up Caden Graff. 1 for 1. Singled over the head of the first baseman into right field last time he was at the plate. That was with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Stars or top of the 3rd. They would go on to load the bases and then leave the runners stranded. We'll see if Graff has more 2-out leading magic. And this one flying out to center. Machenbacher takes a couple of steps in, makes the catch, and now will do it. They'll strand 2 on base as Graff flies out to center field, and that will do it here for the top half of the 4th. 2, 3, and 4 scheduled batters are Tommy Kralik, Isaac Pigors, Noah Riedinger, Kobe Hansen on pitch 12. We've reached the 1-hour mark of the game, and it's 6-0 in favor of the Governors. We're back in a moment here on Magnitude.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again, Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, we go to the middle of, or the bottom half of the 4th. Tommy Kralik will lead it off. He'll be followed by Isaac Pigors and Noah Riedinger. Kralik's 1 for 2, struck out swinging. The first time up, he would single on a batted down hit by Matt Bryant at shortstop that would allow the ball to dribble into shallow center, and he would get on base with that hit. This time he's going to line drive out to Matt Bryant, a soft line drive for out number 1 on the 0-1 pitch. So Isaac Pigors step up to the plate now here. He doubled his first time up. Last time he was walked on 4 or 5 pitches. That was against a different pitcher. You'll see ball 1 here as it comes off the right shin guard of Caden Crescent. Pops almost all the way back out to Kobe Hansen. 6-0 on the Essential Health scoreboard in favor of the Bismarck Governors. 1 hour and 3 minutes into the ball game. Kobe Hansen will deliver pitch 15 here on the 1-0 count. And that one is fouled off and evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 balls, 12 strikes on 15 tosses for Hansen. 1 hour and 3 minutes into the ball game. 1 out, no runners on for the Bismarck Governors, and they're up 6-0, looking to add. And now Pigors will get hit with a pitch. So he reached base on 3 occasions, once with a double to center on a 4 for 5 pitch walk, and now a hit by a pitch. And that brings up Noah Riedinger, who's 1 for 1. He singled to center, and then he was hit by a pitch last time he was at the plate. That's the first hits batsman for Kobe Hansen in this contest. The Riedinger was hit by the previous pitcher. And the pitch. And that one hit hard and foul to the third base side. Good for a strike. It's 0-1. Coming up at 4:30 today in about 2 hours from right now. It'll be Fargo Post 2 versus the Mandan Chiefs. So if our Bismarck friends have friends in Mandan and they're not aware of it yet, you can text them or email them or call them or whatever, Facebook them, whatever. Tell them to watch the Mandan game on Magnitude Sports. 0-1 the count now here to Riedinger. And the pitch, and Riedinger sends it foul. Beiswinger chasing after it, but he cannot catch up to it. He's about a step and a half behind it as it'll drop into foul territory for strike number 2. Carter Kruger is the batter on deck here for the Governors. 1 hour and 5 minutes into the broadcast now. 0-2. Pickoff attempt there on Pigors, no success. Once again, this inning brought to you by the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck, along with Williston and Dickinson and 11 other North Dakota locations. As ball 1 will bounce into the glove of Crescent. And now Riedinger on a 1-ball, 2-strike count will face pitch number 20 from Colby Hansen. Hansen looking over at Pigors. He'll set, wind, and deliver. Pigors stays put. That one's high and in. Riedinger had to lean back a little bit, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here to Riedinger. And the 2-2. Swing, he caught a piece of it. It'll go into the books as a fouled away pitch. And it'll remain at 2-2. And that one's hit high and deep to right. Hasbargen is there. He makes the catch. That's out number 2. That'll bring up Carter Kruger now to the plate here for the Governors. 3 up and 2 down for Bismarck here in the home half of the 4th. Colby Hansen on pitch 23 coming up here. Kruger to the plate twice, drew a walk on both occasions. One from the first pitcher and the second one from the second pitcher, and now he gets a strike on pitcher number 3. Pickoff attempt at first. Beiswinger wasn't able to keep the ball in his glove. He would have been safe anyway, but 0-1. And this one hit hard. A 2-hopper right over to second base. Rarick fires it over to Beiswinger for the out. That's out number 3. So they'll leave Pigor stranded on base. So they leave 1 on base on the ground out on the 4-3 by Kruger. And that'll bring to the plate here for the Stars Nick Hasbargen, Oliver Luck, and Matt Bryant. Scheduled batters at 9, 1, and 2. Gavin Lill with pitch 46 if he remains on the mound when we return after this. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Now batting, number 5.
Nice seats. $50 though?
Hey, this dude got his seat for only $20 on Game Time.
Whoa.
Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals, so you can get tickets for up to 60% off.
60% off?
Mystical ballpark voice?
Yeah.
That guy freaks me out.
Download Game Time now. Come on, do it.
All right, welcome back. Nick Hasbargen, the batter here for the Pulse 400 Stars. He'll bunt it down the third base line. And picking it up is Vasey. Fires it over to first. Out at first. It's a bunt ground out. Lucas Vasey had to charge up quickly to take care of business on that one. And a nice play there by the Governor's third baseman. And that'll bring up Oliver Luck as we return to the top of the order now here for the Stars. 1 for 2, ground out to second, singled over the, or just past the shortstop last time he was at the plate. Lil will wind up and deliver, and that pitch will bounce in for a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0, and that one's hit out into left center field, and a nice play there by the left fielder, Fagerlund, and that's out number 2. That'll bring up Matt Bryant. First pitch will just miss for a ball, 1-0. One hour and 11 minutes into this ball game. He fouls that one into the Bismarck dugout. And there's people warming up in the Bismarck dugout too. That one hit well to right. It'll drop for a base hit. Now bring up Easton Rarick. 0 for 2 with a pair of ground outs to Tommy Kralik, the shortstop. Last time he was at the plate, the bases were loaded, and he would ground out to the shortstop into a force out on his teammate at second. And as a result, he would never officially reach base. Matt Bryant on first as they tried to pick him off. 2 away in the pitch. That one fouled off as well, and that one almost went into the Bismarck dugout again. Bismarck does have somebody warming up in there. I'm trying to, it might be number 6 possibly. If it is 6, it'd be Preston Barch if I got the jersey number correct. And the 0-1. That one going to left. That one might have a chance to drop, and it will. Nice grab there by Fagerlund as he judged it correctly, and sliding into third is Matt Bryant, and it's a double for Easton Rarick. Hayden Creston will have a chance to redeem himself from last night. Runners on second and third this time with 2 outs. No balls, no strikes. He's 0 for 1. Struck out looking the first time up. He drew a walk last time. Jackson Beiswinger is on deck.
Here we go, kiddo. Bear down, grind through it. Here we go.
And now time is called. Here's the windup and the pitch. And Creston will take that one for a strike. 0-1. Once again, Easton Rarick on second, Matt Bryant on third. Runners on for the Stars. With 2 away, and we'll see if they strand them. They've stranded 5 runners on base so far here in this contest. And that one, a chopper to first. And over to first, they will strand 2 runners on base on a direct ground out by Cresson to first, and that takes care of the top of the 5th. Fagerlund, Machenbacher, and Kite, batters 6, 7, and 8 due up for Bismarck when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports.
Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking, Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit Doolittle'sRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Welcome back. Mike Fagerlund will lead it off here in the home half of the fifth. Bismarck with 5 in the first, 1 in the second, none since then. They have a 6-0 lead over Fargo Post 400 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. Fagerlund 0 for 2, reached on a drop third strike, and then he reached on a fielder's choice on his 2 trips to the plate. One ball, 1 strike now, the count here to Fagerlund in the 1-1 count. Now Fagerlund will blast that one into left field. One hop and it'll get by Caden Graff. That's going to be good for a double for sure. And Fagerlund will put on the brakes there. $11 hits in this ball game now. 6 to the Governors, 5 to the Stars. Carson Machenbacher 0 for 1. Walked, and then he grounded out to the shortstop on his most recent trip to the plate. We're in an hour and 17 minutes time of the ball game now. Here's the windup in the pitch, and he'll bunt it right back to Kobe Hansen. He'll pick it up, fire it over to first. That's out. Out 1. Fagerlund advances to third on the sac bunt. Brings up Ryan Kipe, 2 for 2 with a double and a single. Double to deep left, a single to medium center on his 2 trips to the plate so far. Pitch comes in for a strike to Kipe. Strike to Kipe. Say that 3 times fast. It's probably easier done than said. I purposely flipped that around. Yes, I did. 0-2 now here to Ryan Kipe. Because as I did it mentally in my head, it seemed to be pretty easy to do. So may not have been as hard as I originally thought. 0-2. That one's blasted foul, and it'll remain 0-2. Once again, the runner on third is Fagerlund for Bismarck. He had I believe he had an older brother that played quarterback for my former high school. I think he graduated maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Now he gets hit by a pitch. Cannon Fagerlund, that's the name I'm thinking of. He was actually a multi-sport athlete. Quarterback for the football team and played basketball for the Shiloh Skyhawks. I'm not 100% sure if they're related, but I would guess that they are, so don't quote me on that, but we're going to pretend that I'm right. Another visit to the mound here from Coach Fichtner. 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on the corners. Fagerlin on third, Ryan Kipe on first. Marcus Butts will be the next batter. Butts 0 for 2, and he would fly out on both occasions. The first time to Oliver Luck in center, the second time to Jackson Beiswinger on a fouled-away pitch that almost escaped the ballpark, but Beiswinger reached over the fence and made the grab for the out. And now Butts will square up, and he'll pop it up and belt it back foul for a strike, 0-1. See if he squares up again now that he's given that away. There's the third baseman playing a little bit up. Now he steps back a little bit. Time is called. And now Butts will look back at his third base coach, get the signal, and step back into the batter's box. And he will square up. He'll pull it back. Crescent will fake the pump throw up to first on Kipe to keep Fagerlin at third. 1 ball, 1 strike to Marcus Butts. On deck is Lucas Vasey with 1 away. If no double plays happen, we'll see him next. Hansen with the pitch. He'll square up, bunt it right back to Hansen. And the run will score, and that will be out number 2. So it's 7-0 now as Fagerlin comes in and scores from third. That will advance Kipe up to second, and that puts 1 runner on base and 2 outs on the bunt RBI ground out. And that will be out number 3 as Vasey 1 pitch, 1 out. Now I didn't even get a chance to say that he was 0 for 3 before he became 0 for 4. Scheduled batters for the Stars are Beiswinger, Mock, and Hansen. Batters 5, 6, 7. Gavin Lill, if he stays on the mound, has pitched 56 and return. 7-0 in favor of the Governors here on the Essential Health scoreboard. 5 complete. We're back in a moment. The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, Gavin Lill's day comes to an end. I had him for 55 pitches, 13 balls, and 42 strikes. And now on the mound, you see a close-up look of Preston Barch. We'll get some final warm-up tosses here. He'll face Jackson Beiswinger. And he was, we mentioned in the last inning that Barch was possibly warming up in the bullpen, and it turns out that we were exactly right. This half of the inning brought to you by the Network Center in Fargo. 7-0 will lead here for Bismarck on the Essentia House scoreboard, and the first pitch there by Barch is going to miss for a ball. Beiswinger 0 for 2, grounded out to third, and he would fly out to Fagerlin in left field. Runs 2 at bats. Now he takes 2 pitches for 2 balls. And that pitch is a little bit low for ball 3. There's a strike. 3-1 the count now here to Jackson Beiswinger. And 3-1. Swing and a miss. He went a little bit early on that as he pulled the trigger too soon, and now he's at a full count at 3-2. Had he connected, that looked like it potentially could have been a base hit too. We'll see if he can connect on this pitch here. And he will, but wrong direction, and he'll remain 3-2. Payoff pitch number 2, and he connects, and he sends it deep to left field, and it is going to bounce all the way to the fence. Beiswinger to second. He'll put on the brakes there. He's on with a double. Not a bad hit for Beiswinger on a 3-2 count. We'll see if the Stars can capitalize off that little confidence booster. Eli Mock will step up to the plate here for post 400. This is kind of how the game played out with West Fargo, as post 400 finally got things going in the top of the 6th. That pitch is low for a ball. 4 balls, 4 strikes on 8 pitches here for Bart so far. Beiswinger on second, got there with a double to deep left. And that one flared off to the first base side and foul for a strike. That's 1-1, or 2-1, excuse me. 5 balls, 5 strikes on 10 pitches here for Barch. Hour and 27 minutes into the ball game, and a 7-0 lead for Bismarck on the Essentia Health scoreboard. That one batted right up the middle, and rounding third is Beiswinger. No, he will put on the brakes. His coach will tell him to hold up. And now runners on the corners here for post 400 for Colby Hansen. That pitch will hit the edge for a strike, 0-1. Runners on the corners for the Stars as they look to get on the board. Colby Hansen sends it deep and high to left. Fagerlin runs it down. Tagging on third is Beiswinger. He will score on the sac fly, and the Stars are on the board. It's 7-1. Eli Mock will stay on first. Colby Hansen with a sac fly out to deep left. It was deep enough to score Beiswinger from third, and it's now 7-1 on the Essentia Health scoreboard. 1 out, runner on first is Eli Mock. This is Caden Graff, 1 for 2, single to right and a fly out to center. And this one is a hopper to second, and now back to first, and safe at first, but they get Eli Mock, the lead runner. Caden Graff on with a fielder's choice. So it is a 4-6 on the force out at second. Caden Graff on base with the fielder's choice. Nick Hasbargen, the batter now. And now Hasbargen sends it to the second baseman, Kite, and he makes the play on the bag for a unofficial double play. If they needed 2 outs, he would have got it there, but instead, it'll just be a single out, and that will be strand 1 on base here for the Stars. And Tommy Kralik, Isaac Pegors, and Noah Riedinger are scheduled at 2, 3, and 4 in the home half of the 6th. 7-1 in favor of the Bismarck Governors over the Fargo Plus 500 Stars here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. We're back in a moment.
Here, when our path takes an unexpected turn, we keep moving forward. When life sends us a message, we listen. When you're determined to beat the odds, we help you plan for what's next. This is commitment, resourcefulness, determination. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Welcome back. It's Tommy Kralik, and he'll sky this one to left. Eli Mock going back, and he gets bumped into by Matt Bryant, but Mock makes the catch for the out. At least I believe he did. Yep, he did. So Kralik will pop out into foul territory to the third baseman for out number 1, and now Isaac Pegors will step up to the plate. Only 1 home run in the tournament so far. It came from Williston's Caden Fenders. It was a 2-run blast to right field to the right of the scoreboard. And if anybody can get the second home run of the tournament, this is definitely a candidate right here. And he's going to line this one to short. Matt Bryant not able to position himself correctly. We'll see if that's a hit or an error. They're going to charge it as a hit. Noah Riedinger now with Pegors on base.
Number 19, Noah Riedinger.
Hansen will set and deliver. That one bounces off. Crescent quickly to it to keep Pegors on first. Bottom of the 6th, the Stars will have one more chance in the top of the 7th. But their first order of business is to try and keep Bismarck from scoring any runs here. 1 out, 1 runner on, and a hit to right field. Riedinger will advance Pegors to second with the single of his own, and that's 2 runners on now for Carter Kruger. One hour and 32 minutes into the ball game now. Kobe Hansen will toss pitch number 40 to Carter Kruger, who's 0 for 1. First 2 trips to the plate, he would draw a walk on each occasion. Then he grounded out to Easton Merrick, the second baseman, on a 4-3 last time he was at the plate. Hansen looks back at Pegors, now sets and delivers. And that one didn't break. It almost looked like a curveball, but it didn't break, and as a result, it stayed out of the strike zone for ball 1. 10 balls, 30 strikes on 40 tosses here for Hansen. And now a throw up to second, and a nice grab there by Matt. Double check the jersey number there. I think it looked like a 6, but I have Easton Rarick playing the second base spot. No numbers on the front, so I'll have to confirm at a later time. But that one hit up high to right. Hasbargen chasing after into foul territory, loses his hat, and he's about 5 feet short of coming up with a catch there. He'll drop for a strike. 1 and 2. Here's the windup in the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He went a little early on that swing. Now strike him out. They'll put the second out on the board, bring up Mike Fagerlund, the second baseman.
The left fielder, number 17, Michael Fagerlund.
First pitch to Fagerlund's outside for a ball. He's 1 for 3. Drop third strike, reached on the fielder's choice. Last time he was at the plate, he would double to left field. In between left and center, more to the left side of the green monsters where he would hit that one. Now it's 2-0 here to Fagerlund. On the pitch, in for a strike. Nice toss there by Hansen. That's his 34th strike thrown in this ball game. Add in 12 balls, you come up with this pitch count. Pickoff attempt there on Pigors on second. And that one flared off first base side. 2-2 the count. So you got 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 runners on. First and second. Pigors second, Reedinger first. And Hansen will set, look at second, wind, and deliver the 2-2. In for strike 3. He'll go down looking, and that's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Colby Hansen. That will end the inning. Oliver Luck, Matt Bryan, Easton Rarick. They're the scheduled batters at 1, 2, and 3. It's the top of the order. Preston Barch, pitch 16. When we return, last chance for the Stars. They're down 7-1. They need at least 6 on the Essentia Health scoreboard when we return after this. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. (7-1) in favor of Bismarck on the Essentia Health scoreboard. And then can the Stars pull off 6 runs here in the top of the 7th? They will have to if they want to continue their season. It's the most important 6 runs they need to score all year. That one hit up high and deep to right field, and it will stretching out, making the catch was Pigors. Nice grab by the Governor right fielder. Oliver Luck will fly out, and that's 1 out, and the Governors need 2 more to keep their season alive here. So Matt Bryant did move over to second base, and I'm assuming Easton Rarick moved over to shortstop. That change went without me noticing. 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Matt Bryant's 2 for 3. Ground out to short, a single to left center, and a single to right. Now he's down to the count 0-2. 1 away, no runners on base. A 7-1 ball game in the pitch. And that one's going to be blasted to right field. Pigors is there again, and he makes the catch again. Pico is responsible for outs 1 and 2 of the top of the 7th, and now Bismarck's 1 out away from playing again tomorrow. It'll be up to Easton Rarick to try and keep this inning going here for the Stars. And Rarick will fly out, and center fielder making the catch is Carson Machenbacher, and that'll do it. The Fargo Post 400 Stars finish with an overall record of 35 wins and 30 losses on the season. And their final loss comes here to the Bismarck Governors in the elimination round of the 2022 state tournament. It was a fun game. We knew it was going to be a tough contest here for the Post 400 Stars, and I think the loss last night to us, Fargo, probably took a little bit too much out of the tank for the Stars. And it's been an honor calling the games for the Stars, Astros, and Comets this year. And to everybody at the Post 400 family, Jeff, the president, Donnie, and Dan, and everybody else, the concession stand workers, all the parents, all the families who have become friends over the last 3 years. Certainly appreciate all the support from the sponsors, Mr. Sean Carlson, and a whole bunch of others at Post 400. Look forward to next season. But this season comes to a conclusion in season 4, approximately. I'm trying to think here. We're in July, so approximately 7 months away from first pitch for the Stars. But we're only about an hour and a half away from the first pitch from our next game, as that will do it here for our broadcast. Your final score, once again, the Governors 7 and the Stars 1. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you again here in about an hour and a half. Riley Swenson will have the Fargo Post 2 versus Mandan Chiefs game coming up on Magnitude here at 4:30.
Seating has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.